Good morning, Antigua and Barbuda today, and welcome back. And of course, as promised, more fantastic guests. So right now we have our next guest from the Blue Dragonfly Foundation. Don't worry if you haven't heard about it. She's going to tell us all about it. This is Caroline Hopton, the founder and president of Blue Dragonfly Foundation. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so
Excellent.
much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Like I always say, if it wasn't for you, I'd be alone on the couch. So, generally speaking, what is the work of the Blue Dragonfly Foundation?
So we see a need for specific autism services in Antigua and Barbuda. I'm a mom of two autistic sons. They're now 22 and 24. They were raised in Antigua. My eldest son was actually born in Antigua. I arrived in Antigua in 1995. And we did struggle. I mean, it's a struggle everywhere. But we struggled to find the right support. So it meant that we had to leave the country twice, actually. We went to live in the States for a while. And then in 2013, I took the boys to the UK, where we're also citizens. And they went to autism-specific schools. And I saw what a difference it made in their lives. It was huge.
Okay. So, from your own personal experience, you've just given us a little bit of an overview. What do you think would be one of the important things that you would like other people to kind of understand about autism?
I believe that autism does need that specific support. And we have the backing of a charity in London they have schools and colleges across London that specialize in helping autistic people find their skills and teaching them vocational skills to work. And that's more what we're going to be doing, is helping young adults to learn the skills to work through social enterprise. So the idea is to have a holistic support service for people with autism and a lifelong service. So starting with a learning hub where they can come every day to be safe. It's also a support place for families to come as well. So we intend to support families too. And so there'll be a learning center, including classrooms, where they can continue their learning, but also then go out to various social enterprises that we plan to set up on site and out in the community. And it's all about community inclusion and acceptance.
Okay, and now they have like a great little graphic on the screen. And I think, again, like you said, it is about making sure that people do have those opportunities in place, because I can't imagine what it would have been like if you had these issues before we even talked about it, much less known about it and that type of thing. So
yes. And I think the 8.5 years we spent in the UK was invaluable because it allowed me to really learn everything I need to learn to then bring back this to Antigua. And it is now my life's mission to set up this foundation and our service and help autistic people in Antigua and Barbuda, because there is such a need for it.
Okay, so that's what's fantastic. So your foundation, not only are you trying to raise awareness and acceptance of autism and related disabilities, but then you said that there's something happening today.
This is our actual launch. It's an ABS exclusive, if you like.
I got an exclusive. Yes. Okay, fantastic.
It's our official launch this morning, in line with Autism Awareness and Acceptance Week, which starts today. World Autism Day is on Saturday, actually. So I believe we're back on Friday with another big announcement, another exclusive just for ABS.
Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, thank you so much. So then, you spent that time in the UK. Prior to that, you were in the US, and then you just saw the resources that were there, like the infrastructure that was in place for people with different abilities who are differently abled. And then, what then sparked in your mind that you were like, I need to bring this back to Antigua?
There's such a need for it. It's hard enough getting through education for autistic people. And once they leave education, there's a cliff edge, there's a black hole, there's nothing. And that applies across the world. It's a real issue, a real problem. And things have started to pop up here and there for young adults going forward. But what's needed are lifelong services. Autism doesn't go away. what can happen is that people's lives can improve, and my two sons' lives have dramatically improved. My youngest son needs 24/7 care and support. My eldest son, when we left Antigua, he couldn't actually cross a road on his own. He was about 12. And we spent years and years sort of following him around, hiding behind trees, making sure he's safe walking to school and teaching him how to cross roads. He's now left home. He's living in his own apartment.
Oh my gosh.
And he's doing his own cooking, his own cleaning. He's living independently, but he has support going in twice a week, and he has an organized social group. Autistic people find it very difficult to make friendships and keep friendships. So he's happy with his life. I said, do you want to come back to Antigua with myself and Oliver, my youngest son? He said, Mom, I've got a life here now. I want to stay. So we're in touch every day, obviously several times a day. I'm still being the mom.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, like you said, so in the UK, he just felt like more affinity, like where it was like...
He's found his life, he's found his niche, and he's happy.
And sometimes we say you find your tribe, like when you find people that you can connect with as well.
Exactly.
So that's really important.
Yeah.
So then talk to us about the collaboration between yourself as a mother of two children who have autism and also Dr. Terry-Ann Joseph on this project.
So Dr. Joseph is on our board of directors. We have a fantastic board of directors, very strong, people in all different areas. So we're really excited to move this project forward. We have a very, very strong team to do so.
Okay, fantastic. And so then, is this more of a physical place, or is this going to be social media? Like, what can we as viewers, how can we like support and find out more?
So we have a website, www.bluedragonflyantigua.org, and all the information is up there. We also have a 60-second video, which I think you just played on your screen for a few moments, which basically outlines what we're planning to do. And there is a contact form on the website so that people can contact us to find out more information. And I'd be happy to talk to anybody if they want to give me a call.
Okay, so then just very briefly, what was like your first initial understanding that, oh, I think my son has autism? Like, what is something that you would say to a parent
it was
to
so
notice?
confusing back then. Yes, back then, I mean, we're talking 24 years ago, and my youngest son is 22. Things were very different. Autism wasn't such a hot subject, and it wasn't so recognized. And we were living in English Harbour on a boat, anchored out, kind of cut off from the rest of the world in a way. And whilst I felt that there was something different about my children, I couldn't put my finger on it. And actually, it took many years for them to get diagnosed, and traveling around, seeing different doctors. And that my younger son had speech delays. So the question was, does he have hearing issues? So we went through all those kind of tests. They came back, no, he's not deaf. So what else is going on here? They were actually diagnosed within a year of each other. So that was quite something. And then it was very hard. It was a difficult time. It was the unknown. There was a lot of fear. There was a lot of uncertainty about what this meant. But when, they're your children, you do anything for them, you love them to pieces. So I just decided sink or swim, I went all out to start finding out about it. And it's really given me a fantastic purpose in life. And, I've made this the mission for the rest of my life to make sure that this happens. And I want to be able to help other people now as well as my own children, because I've learned so much.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like, I think if we think back, maybe in media, the only time you hear about autism or see it would have been like the movie with Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man.
Yes, and it doesn't
represent
the spectrum of autism. It's so wide. My two sons, for example, are completely different. And there's a saying in the autism community, if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism.
Very good.
They're all different.
Exactly.
Everybody's different. Everybody's unique, just like everybody else.
And I
It's
think
just
that's a great saying that we should apply to everybody.
absolutely.
You've
Absolutely.
met one person. That is it. So thank you so much. Again, it's bluedragonflyantigua.org.
It's www.bluedragonflyantigua.org. Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yes.
And basically, you're starting today, which is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And then hopefully you're branching out. There's a whole month, I think so. Then April is the autism awareness.
That's right. So we're going to be out there on social media and creating awareness. There are all sorts of different opportunities coming up to get our message out there. And as I mentioned, we have another exclusive for ABS on Friday morning, a big announcement.
Exciting. Okay, excellent. So you've heard it here first. You got to tune in again every day, but especially on Friday, because there will be more coming up with Autism Week and Autism Month, as well as the Blue Dragonfly organization. And we have to definitely thank Caroline Hopton for coming in and, you know, sharing with us, you know, her observations of her children, and now hopefully extending that help to other parents or people who may be also, you know, trying to parse the world of autism and differently abled abilities. So let's head on over to the live Harney Motors traffic report following the break. Antigua Barbuda today returns with details on the 80th anniversary of the new Winthrop's community. So don't go anywhere.
Autistic and learning disabled persons face many inequalities throughout their lives. Many miss out on valuable education. Few are able to access training or employment once they leave school. Healthcare needs can go unnoticed or be neglected. Social isolation is commonplace. Lack of supported community living solutions leads to institutionalization. At Blue Dragonfly, we are committed to building a fully sustainable, supportive community, ensuring integration into the wider community. We are committed to providing experts to train staff in schools, supporting families to understand their loved one's condition and assisting them to succeed, providing person-centered vocational training and employment opportunities through our diverse social enterprise initiatives, ensuring access to appropriate health care, implementing programs designed around social interaction and community leisure activities, building safe and dignified living spaces within our supported community. Our unique and innovative approach to learning and living will provide lifelong opportunities to differently abled Antiguans and Barbudans, enabling them to lead safe, happy, and fulfilled lives just like anyone else. Embracing difference, creating change.